Hello, Brother Monroe here. Welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts and to the Scandinavian campaign, where it's 1939. It looks like Britain and France are about to go to war, which is interesting. We might get dragged into that because we are allied with Britain. We were allied with France as well, but they broke our alliance. That's really the only likely looking war from our point of view. Yeah, the Germans are currently taking Luxembourg, which is fine. The Skyrim class are under construction. Do we have any operational? Yes, we have 2. Whiterun and Solitude. We have 3 under construction. 1 nearly done and 2 a fair way off. We have modern cruisers. We're looking pretty solid, I would say. Aside from possibly destroyers, the Helgas are the oldest ships in the fleet now, being built in 1925 and having no refits. So although the Ragnars are older, they were refitted 10 years ago, which is crazy, but yeah. We're basically approaching another round of refits, I think, weirdly enough. Yeah, so the Helgas, I think, need a little refit. And then I think I want to start designing a new class of destroyer to replace them. So, well, not replace them, but supplement them. Because I think these ships are perfectly capable of serving. They're a really nice little destroyer design. We'll just upgrade that. That all looks... right, all triple base. Hello. Semi-auto loading. Upgrade that. Oh, radar. All sorts of fun toys for them. And we can upgrade to 5-inch 38s. Oh, lovely. Modern 5-inch 38 Mark 5 guns. Destroyer gun, US destroyer guns, I think. We're going to replace this with a quintuple launcher, so they have an extra torpedo. We got 5% displacement remaining. I'd like more range, for sure. Do I just want to max the range? It should help them get missions, is my thinking. Or I could go for a combination of the two. We could go many bulkheads at 18, almost 19,000 kilometers of range. They carry 6 5-inch 38 caliber guns, 5 big old long Lancy style torpedoes. They do 36 knots, nothing to sniff at in 1939, 1940. That is a very capable destroyer, I would say. So anything we build to add to them has to have something more than this. And they're not that expensive either at 100 million each, the refits anyway. I did nearly double their cost. But yeah, they're a nice ship. Right, how many of them can I refit at once? 205 minus 173. 9.6. 21. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 12, 13. Go to the slip now. There we go. I'll do them in chunks. So I'll do that refit. I'll basically do them in 3 lots. And I will see you once all of that is completed and I'm ready to start building a successor class. Right, welcome back after I spent like an hour trying to figure out what the heck Windows was doing with my audio settings, as I couldn't hear anything, only to discover that one of my kids had unplugged a cable. So that was a waste. Anyway, let's get into the design of the new destroyer. So 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 I've already done a little bit of this, so apologies if I go a little bit faster. I want to use the modern destroyer leader to complement the Helgas. I'm going to make them as small as possible. I don't really want them being stupidly huge compared to the Helgas. Let's go for 2625, 36 knots, standard. Okay, I'm going to get through the stuff on. Right, towers. I do have the enhanced tower. It is quite heavy. And both good. This one does come with an integrated barbette and is lighter. So I'm going to go with that one. I'm assuming I just need a funnel. Yep. And then secondary towers. We've got simples. We've got large barbettes. We've got regular barbettes. I'll go with the top end one. You can have a little space for torps in there. Now, I could continue using the twin 5-inch 38s, but I kind of like trying to go for triple 5-inch 38s and carrying a whole bunch of them. So one of the things I realised when I was looking at this when it wasn't recording was that really I want to have a ship that is most definitely offering something that the Helgas don't. And doubling their firepower is certainly doing that. Because these things are 1,000 tons heavier, and they're going to be significantly more expensive just by their natures. So I think that is the right way to go. I might have to pull it back a bit. Also have auto loaders. Fun. Now then, what's our quality? I think I'm set at 160, so this is fine. Yeah, they're not quite able to punch through an enemy destroyer with the high explosive. Well, not through their belts anyway, but they nearly are. Or do I use high cap for just transport murdering and then use the AP on enemy destroyers? I think I'll do that. So let's go standard ratio. Let's go 0.8 brick style. Go something like that. Okay, so I've got all the armor I want. I've got loads of firepower. We have a little bit of a torpedo attack ability. I went many on... they're going to use a shorter range. Yeah, that makes sense. So the Helgas are longer ranged, more patrol type destroyers, whereas the V's here are more of a fighter style destroyer with a large number of 5-inch guns designed to clear away enemy destroyers that get too close to our shores, whereas the Helgas can range out and possibly destroy enemy convoys and the like. Yeah, I think that's solid. That's a lot of firepower on a destroyer of this size. Almost like cruiser levels of firepower. Yeah, I like them. They're not too expensive either. They kept them under 200 million, which is kind of what I was expecting them to come out at. How many of these can I put under construction? Or how many do I want? I have 50 Helgas It'd be good if we could get 25 of these. 25 times 2, 6, 2, 5, 65, 65 plus 1, 500 is 181. Yeah, that'll fit. We'll build 25 of these. And that should give us a solid... Wow, that's expensive. A solid increase in our fleet numbers. I'm going to set this to 50% while those are under construction. Just because I'm building so many of them at once that it's super costly. Politics-wise, I don't think anything's changed really, has it? Britain and France still teetering on the brink of war. Just have to hope that somebody starts something, I guess. Welcome back. We've now unlocked the Mark 5 7-inch gun. We're about to get the Mark 5 8-inch gun. So I think that means that the... Oh, I can get rid of this. That's great, because the Ragnars and the Dellings are... and the Bjorns, in theory. But Ragnars and Dellings more urgent. These ships haven't been updated in over a decade. At this point, it's now 1940. So I think both of them could use a little bit of a spruce up. A little bit of attention. This won't be their last refit. I don't have Radar 3 or Auto 2 loaders or fancy... Like, I've got Marine Diesel 1, but I don't have gas turbines or anything fancy like that. So this is probably their penultimate upgrade. That all looks fine. Trouble base, autoloaders, Gen 1 radar, sonar set. And, oh, they're hideous. No! Why? Why are they the hideous ones? Blech. Right, well, that needs changed. Oh, and the 7-inch guns no longer work. Right, so we're going to do what I've done before when I've had this problem. We're going to do an upgrade in Spirit. So these are actually going to get 6-inch guns, technically, but they are going to be 6.9s. There we go, 6.9-inch guns. So we retain the look of the ship, which is the ABXY twins. We're going to have to armour these up, of course. There we go. So that's a little bit annoying. It would be good to increase their range. You can do it one step. That's not too bad. Sure. Yeah, that's okay. All the guns fire. Yeah. Cool. So that'll allow us to get the Ragnars updated a bit, and then we can do the same thing with the Dellings. I suspect I'm gonna... Yeah, I don't have enough. I'm gonna have to do them in batches. Could maybe fit 2 more. Yeah, I can fit 2 more. 2 more into the shipyards for refitting. So I'll get those done, and then we'll move on to the Dellings. Okay, let's have a look at the Dellings. So they're going to have the same problem. Except, oh no, of course they won't, because they're triples. And therefore they look okay. And unlike the Ragnars, they don't have the issue that the guns do not fit. Okay, lovely. Well, that makes things a lot simpler. Fit the radar, fit sonar, Auto 1 loaders, the 4, the triple base, all these good things. Ooh, modern 1, fancy. Oil 3, shell 5. These things had orcs 4? Screw it, orcs 5. Wow, I forgot how bloody broken these were. I've still got 8% displacement remaining. We lengthen the guns. 60 caliber 7-inch guns. Powerful. Powerful stuff. I still have loads of weight remaining. Can we upper armor the turrets? Oh, not a lot. Well, one thing that was suggested was I just have a unified armor scheme, a unified belt on the light cruisers. It is heavy. You can see I just spent 8% of my displacement doing that, adding an extra 2 inches to the extended belt and to the superstructure. But that does mean that now these things are just fast, dangerous bricks. Love it. Approved. Okay. Again, I'll have to do the same kind of juggling act to get these refitted. I do want maybe 2 more Skyrim class to get built. That'll give us a pretty heavy capital ship division. I do have the Mark IV 15-inch gun, so 80, 90, yeah, I can do them, 3 at a time. So that allows me to start thinking about a potential refit of the Erics and the Tiers. But I'd rather do this in order. So Dellings, and then the Gearskogels, and then the Vinlands. We'll just slowly upgrade the fleet to modern standards. All the ships are pretty good, I would say, that we have in service. There are none that I'm thinking, ooh, they're terrible. Britain and France, don't think they did go to war. Everybody loves us. Yeah, nobody wants to mess with us. Yeah, I don't know how to make something happen. Might have to go and edit the save. Welcome back. Next up on the list is the Gearskogels. So let's get them into the refit shipyards. Right. Okay. Yeah, 59. That's a weird length. 60s. Yeah, rate of fire is fine, and that's before we add the autoloaders. Do those torpedoes still fit? They do. Oh, nice. Okay. Let's upgrade the radar. Auction torps. Autoload. Some parts are badly placed. No, the torpedoes no longer fit. Okay, we'll take them off. They were I can put them on, so I will. So we won't continue with that. Put on triple base though. Modern armor. I'll come back to the torpedo protection. Probably could slap on the anti-torp 5 now. That's pretty nice, actually. These things should be able to absolutely murder destroyers. I should say, though, we're up to 190. I should double check that. Our quality has jumped. Let's go Cap Ballistic. Now we can murder destroyers. These are the ones with the heavy shells, right? Yeah. Okay. Sure. I've got a little bit of weight remaining. Let's add a little bit of range to them. Hopefully help them get some missions. Yeah, I don't mind that at all. Should we put a pair of guns where the torpedoes were? No, because it takes us away. Wait. So never mind. Save that. get them refitting. Same process as before. I've ordered the last of the Skyrim class, so they should finish soon. TM. I'll just stick these in twos. 1, 2, and then 3, 4. And then I will move on to refitting. What's next? The Vinlands. Lovely. All right. Next up, it is the Vinlands. So, let's upgrade them. Oh, fuck off. Right. So these are going to need a more significant refit. Because those guns are too ugly to exist. Yuck. Yeah, the triple looks fine, but the twins are just... bleh. Okay. Also, this one technically does, but it doesn't look like it does fit. So this originally had 12 guns. We're going to keep the 12 gun arrangement, but we're going to swap to 4 triples instead of the 6 twins. 60 caliber, that's the same. We can add some secondary guns. Triple 5-inch, potentially. Add a couple of triple 5-inch guns. Could do. That's not very much. But 2 quad 5-inch potentially could be useful. Yeah, let's do that. Let's have a couple of quad 5-inch guns. Lowers their center of mass a little bit as well. Not that the game models that, but would be helpful in real life. Now we needed capitalistic heavy shells for them. Sure. Yeah, let's get the full-on torpedo protection. Fit these with a auxiliary diesel electric auxiliary. Yes, please. And a pip of range. Because I'm assuming a pip of speed is pretty heavy still. Yep. They are 1 knot slower than I would like, but I don't think there's too much I can do about that. Not a lot, I guess. Maybe with gas turbines I could do it, but I don't have access to those yet. I do have the diesels, but those are really only handy for slower ships. They can be good though. Right, 4 months. Done. Yep, I don't mind that. It's as close to the spirit of the ship as I can manage, even if it is a little bit radical. Right, Vinlands. I'm assuming I'm going to have to do these 2 at a time as well, which is going to be a slower process, particularly as it's taken me 4 months to do them. Oh, maybe we can do them 3 at a time. Maybe we can do them 4 at a time. That would be very helpful. Nope. Can't do them 4 at a time. 3 at a time it is. Slow process. Anything happening here? I haven't actually looked at economies for a while. We're at 800. Bigger than France. Britain has the largest economy by far. We're number 2, I think. Yep, we're number 2. And because we're the second biggest power in the world, nobody wants to deal with us. Again, Britain and France teetering on the brink of war. But we're not allied with either of them anymore because the alliances keep getting broken. And there's no point in me trying to increase tension. That'll just give me unrest because it'll reset so quickly. Oh well. Alright, next up for the refits. The Alerik, there's still nothing going on. Tends to be an issue in the game. There we go. Oh, the US guns. Okay, we could maybe start lengthening these actually. Let's put them back to 45s. Add a radar and automatic guns. Trouble base. Better armor. Might do the anti-torp. Yeah, okay. We got the displacement. Prop shaft. No, can't do the Orcs engine. That's fine though. That's a tasty upgrade. New guns, better armor, higher end fuel. That's all good. And then I'll do pretty much the same to the tiers, I think. Oh, one thing I didn't check was if they would be better off with a diesel, but okay. They will need another refit at some point. I should be able to shove both of those through. Yep. So it's another 2 months. Where's our growth? 10%. Yeah, we're still growing. France is kind of withering for some reason. Not sure why, actually. They've maybe conquered too much? I'm not sure. Not sure. Oh, are they? No, they're not at war. Spain and the US are at war. Interesting. See, I was allied with Spain. I would have loved to have finished off the US, but it's like, oh, we're about to go to war. We better cancel that alliance. Fucking AI, stupid ass piece of shit. Right, the tiers. They are next up. So we'll go backwards for these ones. Come back to the torpedoes belt. Can also go up to the 45 caliber. Might shift a turret forward a little bit as well. No. They're staying on anti-torp 3. I'd love a little bit more range, but that's not happening either. Can I get it out of improving the auxiliary system? Yes, I can. Okay. We'll do that instead. Cool. Again, not going to be a radical refit by any means. Just trying to keep the fleet updated and modern as best I can. Oh no! I hate it when I press that button. No, because there's no way to get back that sorting. You buggers! Right. Let's get rid of that. So I'm not even sure what the next thing to update is. No! Pretty sure it'd be the rockets. They're also on the 15-inch gun. That's going to be a significant refit program, though. So we'll see how that one goes. Okay, Britain and France. Finally. Right, we're not allied to either of you, so I don't get to enjoy any of that fighting. God damn it. At least I'm pretty... Oh, the fucking Germans again. Jesus. Let me fight somebody. Why? Peaceful Vikings. It's like we're modern day Scandinavia instead of Viking. It's not acceptable. Right. Yeah, the rockets are next. Yep. Oh my goodness. Point out that I've been recording this episode for 2 hours. So if you're sitting there going, why is this a short episode? The reason it is short is because I am slowly going insane. Right. All the guns seem fine. Might want to move that forward a little bit. But otherwise, looking good. What could make a rocket evolved more dangerous? How about auto-loading guns and radar guidance? Why are you complaining? No, they don't. See? Told you they didn't. Right. Oil. Read this. And this. Very nice. They technically don't need range because of the way I use them, but it helps sometimes. Sure. Nasty, absolutely horribly nasty ships at this point. 1.19 rounds per minute on the 15-inch guns, 2.27 on the 8s, nearly 8 on the 5-inch guns. So we're able to throw a lot of rounds out. Yes, we'll get those a little cheeky little upgrade. I want a war, damn it! It's been forever. Again, it is a common problem that people have mentioned to me. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do these two at a time. There could be fixes. The best fix I can think of is adjusting the events so that they cause more damaged relations between nations. But if you have positive relations, you don't get them. So there's... Yeah, but I know as well that this can turn immediately and we can just have loads of wars all over the place all the time. We'll just have to wait and see. Oh, yes, finally. We were allied with Italy. The Germans have gone to war with them. Yes, good, amazing. Right. Oh, thank goodness for that. That's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. With me, we can go to war. And look, all the refits, all the buildings done. Oh, yes. War, good. No, fine. They have no ships. But that's... Oh, no, they do have ships. Oh, they have ships. They have ships. Right. Where do I want to attack? I probably want to go and take Prussia first. Let's send the Skyrims to go do that. One is still commissioning, but they can deal with that. They should probably have some escorts. What do we got here? A Vinland and a Delling. That's perfect. What do we got here? 2 more Dellings. I'm just pulling any kind of extra ships that we've got. A Vinland and a Ragnar. Jotunheim, which is a Ragnar. We'll leave the battle cruisers there. I've got a V-class destroyer. Wow, why are there 5 cruisers up here? I'll leave the Bjorn. Although one of you should be over here. Probably you. Right. That will pull a sizable amount of ships over. Well, I mean, Morthal will be able to join in with this soon enough. Let's go all this to sea control. I do have pots and pots of money. This doesn't need to be overspent on anymore. 34%, minus 34. We've got 7 billion in the bank. It's fine. Right. Well, let's concentrate some force. Blockade achieved. That's good. That means we'll constantly tick up in victory points. We will port strike away. Thank you. Okay. Okay. German Reich. Naval invasion. Prussia. Go. Smashing. And we can probably do a simultaneous invasion on Western Poland as well. But look at this. Fights. Actual fights to go and do. I love it. I absolutely love it. I think the most interesting one is probably this. The Heimdall. Interesting. Crewed by cadets. Versus the Alerik. Freshly out of her refit. 400 million versus 1.1 billion with a B. Interesting. We have our own Heimdall there as well. She might be able to chip in with those 10 inches. But that is going to be in the next episode. Yes, finally some action. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon for some more Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Bye for now.